Welcome back. I'm Dylan with Beamer Tech, and right here is a stunning F22. And it's going to be one of the first to get our wireless CarPlay and Android Auto MMI Prime for NBT Evo and ENAVEVO head units. So if you want to learn more about our wireless CarPlay and Android Auto MMI Prime and how to install one on an F22, well, stick around and watch this video. BMW may have allowed Apple CarPlay to be activated on some of its newer BMWs, but for you Android users, well, this is your chance to finally have your favorite Android apps right on your iDrive screen. Our kit uses the aux input to transfer audio to your speakers. Now, if your car doesn't have an aux input, we can code one for you. To check to see if you need to get it coded, head on over to the Media or Radio menu on your iDrive screen. And if you don't see an aux input, like in this car, we're going to need to get it coded for you. So make sure that at checkout you add the coding session and the Ethernet cable, if you don't have one already, to your cart along with your MMI. Now, with a coding session, we'll trick your BMW into thinking it has an aux input. And now, the installation of our CarPlay and Android Auto MMI Prime on this F22. Here are the tools that you'll need for this installation. Now, whenever you're working on your BMW, you want to make sure you disconnect the battery. For this car, a 10mm socket, and we want to remove the floor panel of the trunk. Now that we have our battery exposed, let's loosen that negative battery terminal, set it off to the side. Now we're gonna start taking apart the interior. Get your pry tool, get your pick tool, get your Torx 20 screwdriver. Let's go. Put our pry tool head on in here. And we're gonna pry back to loosen one of the first pins back here. Use your hand at the same time, pull forward. There you go, it's gonna start to move. There are a bunch of pins over on this side. All right. I'm going to remove this connector here. Rotate it upside down, use your pick tool. Let's see a spot we're going to pry it out right here. There you go. Pinch and pull. And set this aside. And now we're going to take our Torx 20 bit and remove the two screws that are holding this plastic fascia in place. Now we're going to remove the plastic trim. Gently pull forward. All right, now we're gonna have our one connector right here. You wanna grab the cables, pull it out like so, and set this aside. So we're gonna take our Torx 20 again, remove these two screws, and pull our head unit forward. We're gonna put a towel down so we don't scratch up anything as we remove the head unit, and pull the head unit forward. All right, now we need to disconnect all the connectors in the back of the head unit. These, lift the white tab, pull the white tab forward, and lift the connection up. For this, squeeze the tab on the side and lift out. These, pull back and up. For these, pull this tab down, lift with some leverage from the back. Now for the quad lock. Now we're head unit 3. We have to relocate the fiber optic cable from the BMW factory harness and place it into the BeamerTech harness. So take our pick tool, put your pick tool in, lift up and pull back at the same time. And out comes your fiber optic cable. All right, set that off to the side. So in some instances, you're gonna need a little bit more slack on here like we are going to. So we're going to remove some of this loom here. Now that we've cut the loom a little bit and pulled it back, we have plenty of slack on our fiber optic cables. And now we have to remove the screen because this cable needs to go into the back of our MMI. And in place of that, we're going to stick the cable that came with the BeamerTech kit. Again, Torx 20. Okay. Now we're going to lift up on the screen. Turn around, we're going to see the cable right here. Pinch on the side, pull out. Set that screen aside. We're going to feed this cable through. Set this aside for now. We're going to take the BeamerTech cable, and the 90-degree end is going to go into our screen. You can either feed it up or down, whichever you prefer. This is going to go into the back of the screen. And then reinstall the screen. And we can tighten it down into place because that is good to go.
To make room for the MMI, we do need to relocate the fiber optic cable that's stored at the back of the car. So let's show you how to disconnect it.
Pull up on the tab and pull the cable out. With a pick tool, depress the middle tab on the other half and push it out. Now we need to take the disconnected fiber optic cable, add it to the BeamerTech harness. Put it in the far side, just like it was that it came out of. Gary Larson's on the far side. Nope, okay, too young.
Tape the USB cable to the cable tie and pull it through.
So after you've taped your USB to the cable tie, we're going to feed the cable tie down through. Now what you want to do is you want to pull up the side panel just slightly, and if you stick something like a flashlight through, you can see where the light shines through. And feed your cable tie down. It's going to come straight through. And just feed it down. Now we're going to install our Wi-Fi antenna. So after you peel off the backing, we found a good spot for it right up here behind this section that the head unit slides into. We're just going to stick it on the inside, and that'll be out of the way of the head unit. We're going to take this cable and set it to the side for now. We're going to start hooking everything up. So first, our quad lock. We're going to stick the BeamerTech one inside the factory BMW one, the correct side. Like so, line it all up. There you go, snaps into place. Now we're going to hook up the MMI prime and slide it into the spot that we found earlier. This cable is going to go from the MMI to our head unit. We're going to take the dark side, plug it into LCD in. And this will go into our head unit. Then we are going to take this cable, which is coming from our monitor, plug it into LCD out. Now, since this car has the 8.8-inch screen, before we put our MMI in, we're going to want to make sure dip switches 1, 2, and 3 are on, as stated back here. Before we tuck our MMI prime in, we want to neatly dress all our cables, just to make sure it all looks good and nothing gets snagged. And after we do that, we'll slide our MMI into place. Now that our cables are all dressed up, we're going to slide our MMI prime into place.
Now you want to make sure you hear audio, so don't forget to plug it back in. Let's do that and tuck it out of the way.
Now that's back in place, what we're going to do is we're going to hook up our head unit, reconnect our battery to give it a quick test, make sure everything works, then button it all up and we're good to go. All right, for the quad lock cable, get it in place, press it in. We're going to rotate the arm down, it's going to snap into place. All right, for all these other cables, you're just going to plug them in, same place you took them out. And last but not least, our monitor cable. All right, we're going to set this right here for now. We just had our battery reconnected. We're going to fire up our car with the aux power. All right, we're going to give it a quick test as soon as everything turns on. All right, I'm going to hold down the menu button. All right, and there we have it. The MMI is functional. We're going to turn it off, button everything back up, reconnect everything we need to, make everything look all nice and pretty, hook up our phone, and we're done. And now that everything's hooked up and working, we need to get that aux coded. So we're going to take our coding cable and we're going to get our laptop ready at the scheduled time that you have for your coding session. Now we have a whole video on how to book a coding session. You can see that video by clicking the link in the description, but the basics of it is when you go to our website and you order a coding session, you're going to pick a date and time that works for you. And then you're going to work with our technician remotely, who's going to walk you through the steps on how to code your vehicle. Since most of you guys are going to be getting this for Android Auto, we have our Android phone here and we're going to pair it up with our MMI. First, head on over to our MMI by holding down the menu button. And we're going to go over to Settings. Whoops, Settings. Connections. Pair a new device. And we're going to make sure our Android phone, of course, has the latest version of Android Auto on it. And we're going to make sure that our Bluetooth is on and in discoverable mode. Start search, and we have our Galaxy 8 right there. So we're going to hit stop.
We're going to hit OK on the device, scroll through the menu and select the device on the MMI, then select hands-free.
And there you go. Android Auto is hooked up. All our favorite apps right there. There you have it. This car now has wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. After a simple DIY installation and a hassle-free remote coding session, you can have all of your favorite Android apps right on your iDrive screen. To get your wireless CarPlay and Android Auto MMI Prime, click the link in the description. For more information and tips and tricks about how Beamer Tech can help you with your ride, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell. Thanks for watching.